We're gonna have Beyonce until she turns 68.
65, 70, 68, just a random number.
Random number.
See the break really in the field. I never see where the trenches is.
No. No, baby. I try to find the positive, the net positive in a lot of stuff.
I'm glad you went back and put net on that, because clearly me and you've been talking two different languages over here. School us, school me. I'm fine with it.
Some people just love slavery.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, do you know about strokers?
No, just why don't you fill me in?
Okay, so do you know about Magic City? Everybody
Here?
knows about Magic
Yeah.
City. All right, so strokers is like the east. This is the east side.
Okay.
East side, strokers. You got all the other clubs. Now watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. I have never been to a strip club in Atlanta.
I have been to Magic City.
Okay, how was it?
I have been to Magic City. It was Magic City.
Okay.
Yeah. But see, let me just say this, and I don't mean that really in a negative way. It's just I'm not really a big strip club person.
Okay.
You know, it was a reason me and the crew was there. I was in town, part of Radio Nation DJs. We had a bunch of things. People were coming in doing their own thing and showing them, the talent that they have and performing. So it happened to be at the venue, and eventually it really became a Magic City. I said, so this is what it is in real time in here.
Yo, bro,
Yes.
he said it's magical.
It was magical. with a K.
So I okay. This is just maybe it's the money side of me.
Okay.
I can't imagine putting money in draws. Like the combination don't go together.
Well, you don't have to put them in her drawers. You don't have to put them in her drawers. I think she just, she's doing a job. So, is that the only thing you see? Like, she put it in her hand.
Well, I'm
pretty sure she'll take it.
I can't see spending. Okay.
Run it back.
So, no, this is how I look at it.
Okay.
I cannot foresee
All right.
going anywhere with the water money. I don't care if it's ones, hundreds, 20s, fives, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine getting
The quantity doesn't matter.
And throwing it. That just sounds stupid to me.
So what do you think about the statement, make it rain?
No, I'm good on that.
Make it rain. Make it rain.
How do you feel about making it rain?
Well, I'm not going to just throw out money like that. Unless I'm going to make it rain on some people that can actually use it. So, but if they're at a strip club, they're doing a job. So obviously they do need the money. So I'm not jocking on that. But I just to each his own. I don't judge. I just don't indulge.
I judge. It's okay.
I just don't indulge.
Okay, so now, I wasn't trying to pod just earlier. I was just we gonna listen to y'all music. I promise you, we are gonna listen to y'all music.
This is how it happens.
I promise you,
y'all
we
gonna get
listen.
it how it comes.
But okay, in a perfect world,
Mm-hmm.
everybody has enough money to do everything that they need to do, right?
Yes.
I can't foresee anybody choosing to strip, right? And then watch this, but then complain about the consequences that came along with them stripping.
Ooh, see, now you about to go down through there.
That's where my issue comes in.
Okay, so yeah, you about to go down through there because first of all, we're not in a perfect world, but we already understood. That's already understood that part. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I choose to say this way because sometimes people don't necessarily choose their situation. I don't think it's always across the board like that.
Okay.
I got to give them a little credit now. Like, I don't think everybody always chooses their situation. Sometimes they are a victim of a circumstance. They are just their situations. And a lot of times they overcome that. So we got to also look at this through a different lens now, too.
Okay, what do you say to the OnlyFans girls?
I don't. I don't, because I don't know a lot about OnlyFans like that, so I don't want to misspeak.
So for me,
it's the different fetishes and stuff. I just don't know a lot about it.
So for me, it's all in the same book.
You think?
Yeah,
like that's something more creative versus.
But just okay. The way I look at it, I feel like a lot of people get into, including dudes. Mm-hmm. It ain't just females.
Right.
I
didn't know that.
we get into a certain situation, whether that's a money issue, whatever. All right, cool, got it. All right, that happens, and then you stay there.
You think it's a choice?
At some point, it becomes a choice.
Okay.
Because I've seen some of the girls that be like, "Yeah, I'm a reformed stripper," and I'm like, "Eh."
You should ask them what do they mean by a reformed stripper. Sometimes maybe you should ask what they mean by that.
But I'm even cool with it. But you can't complain about the repercussions.
What are the repercussions? Because you keep saying that. Let's go down. If you're gonna go,
Okay.
you open the door. Let's walk on through.
So the repercussions is going to be all of the backlash. Oh, you used to be an OF girl. Or you used to strip over strokers. Now you trying to be somebody. Then they see the dude. Oh, you wiped up the stripper. And some dudes is cool with it, right? For me, my confidence allows me to be okay with it personally.
Well, it's to each his own. That's the whole meaning of that.
But for the average dude,
so there are others are not average, I guess. Gotcha. I'm not gonna let you just come in through. I got some. Go right ahead.
She's a professional.
I'm just here.
This
Like,
lady's a professional.
I don't even know what he's talking about. I'm just asking for a perspective. That's all.
You're a professional.
So are you.
No.
You're a professional.
I was not expecting that question. Right.
You got to be ready for that. Like, wait a minute. So what? You open the door. Let's walk on through.
So you said what's normal? Or did I say average?
Average.
Ooh.
What is the average guy? You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, we don't have to keep it on the guys. What's the average female? Like, what is that? What's average?
Okay. I will go here because I got a few guys that's matter of fact, let me take them off the screen too because they're covering you up. I don't like that. So, and we're gonna read the comments in a minute too. But
hey, y'all.
for me, average would be the guy.
Okay.
And watch this. Okay. Best way to frame it because
something came to him now. He ready. I'm just sitting back and waiting.
The best way to frame it.
All
right. So my normal Michael Crawford, not Magneto 7. Michael Crawford has a 9 to 5. He does some of the labor type stuff. Somewhat labor, but I got to be out in the field, walking through properties, doing inspections, all that kind of stuff. Right. Cool. Got that. The average guy is that.
Okay.
9 to 5, get up, go to work hard. They get a couple things here and there, the little toys, and then that's it.
The little toys, and then that's it.
Right. The little toys might be Corvette. It might be, the stuff. But when you go above average.
Okay. Here we go. So there are levels to this thing.
It is levels to it.
Are we here, and we're here.
See, right now. So this is like lower tier, right? I was lower tier.
I feel like it's like we're doing like low hanging fruit, mid hanging fruit. Like what we doing? I'm just following it,
So I was lower tier right here.
Okay.
Right? 2015 lower tier for me. Then I started to creep up.
So we creep.
That's right.
Got it. And drop that joint. Go on, drop that.
Started to creep up.
Uh-huh.
And then I hit a certain point. I was like, okay, we good. We can eat where we want to eat. We could do. I just had a conversation about taking my family to Cheesecake
Factory?
midweek. Yeah, Cheesecake Factory midweek. But the average dude might do that once a month.
Okay.
Right? When you have the ability to do that
more than once a month. Somewhere we're climbing from lower to mid and mid to above.
Now we're starting to climb. So and for me, it's not necessarily just the money thing, but just even mindset.
It's a caliber.
Yeah, it's mindset. It's certain conversation. I posted it in my story probably about a week ago. It's certain conversations I'm just not going to entertain. Certain energies I'm just not going to entertain.
I think everybody should have that attitude.
They should.
Yeah, they should.
But they don't.
But they do not. Did you hear me say I don't judge, I just don't indulge? I feel like I have bars when I really don't. I'm just telling you, like, I think everybody in their own right and in their own way, their own swag, whatever makes them should not entertain certain things.
Right.
But everybody is everybody. People are their own.
I agree.
So back to the lower and the middle and the high. We ain't done. No,
I was done with that.
Right,
Crowded Daywalker, what's up? I was literally done with that.
Okay. Because
okay. Upper, so super upper. I haven't
super upper.
Super Tyler Perry.
Yeah. You made me feel like supersonic. Like we're gonna turn gold in a minute.
Super upper is like the Tyler Perry level, 50 Cent, Jay. That's like up. Like
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, a few bad years won't hurt them.
No.
See what I'm saying? A few bad years, they're going to be good for a while. Average guy.
So let me ask you this question: do you feel like, and think about perspective? Do you feel like people should aim higher, but that could be easy, yay or nay. But let me give you a little context before you say your answer. Really let that marinate.
Okay. Because
sometimes, and I am a firm believer that people are what they lived. Sometimes people do overcome those things. Sometimes they don't. You know, everybody has their own journey. You see where I'm going with this. So, me. So
we're gonna get some music reviews, so I promise you.
I just want to know: do you feel like people should be aiming to be that? What did you say? Super upper. You know,
super upper.
And sometimes it may take the MC, because you are MC of your life, Mr. Michael Crawford. We're gonna say that part too.
And it's a natural MC built in.
There it is, right there. And why you say you? Yeah, you do, boss. Sometimes people may need the MCs of the world to make them aim a little higher, so that they can be from this to the average to the super, uber, super. I'm making my own words now.
Okay.
They might need a little encouragement. You feel me?
Okay.
You might have to do something about it. You might not be able to do something about everybody. But
so in my book, right?
Okay.
And when you say certain things, I think of certain people. So I can't.
Oh, so now I'm putting it in perspective. See, I don't know the people you're thinking.
I know exactly.
I'm just like going through a couple ways.
No, I have specifics.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I'm the person that'll say it right here.
You see, I look like
She co-signed.
Because as soon as we start, I said, we'll see where we're going with this. No holding back.
So the way I look at it.
All right.
I feel like growth is intentional.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that.
But
it can also be unintentional too.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Look at that on from a different lens.
Yeah, and for me, I think in my brokest season, I had the most time.
Well,
I had so much time to do everything. I was
like even at a time when I have, let's say, been unemployed, I've heard, because everybody goes through different seasons. So let's say a season that say Chelle unemployed. It's like, Chelle, you're the most busiest unemployed person in the world. Because I'm like, I still got things to do.
But see, that's exactly what I mean.
So
even in mindset, having something to do when you're broke, you're exceeding any box that anybody else that's in the poverty
status quo.
Yeah. Because for me, I was one of the people, because I produce music, right? I produce music, have had success in music, and I was like, well, I need to be listening to the radio, and I need to see what they got going on, and then I need to come back.
That's your research.
Right. But the come to Jesus moment that I had to have for myself.
Come on, Jesus. Look, come on, have a Jesus moment.
The come to Jesus moment that I had to have was, how much of what I'm doing is actually working?
For who? In
for
particular?
Me.
And just in particular, just for you?
Yeah, just for me in particular.
Okay.
Cause every car that I had was repo. My very first, and I told this story on here plenty of times, but my very first condo in North Carolina foreclosed. And I won't say it's all because I was pursuing music, but my perspectives was trash. My knowledge was trash. I have very limited knowledge on life in general.
Yeah.
Because if I knew what I knew now, I would have kept the condo, rented it out, put it on Section 8, and been good.
You see how you said you didn't know what I was going to ask? You answered that question before I got there. I said, so what about now? If you knew what you knew, if you knew then what you know now, what would you be talking to MC then that you talk to MC now?
Yeah. I would
Make it 07.
Yeah. I would definitely say it's other options. It's so many other options besides
the last resort. Yeah.
I gave up so quick.
So now you see what I said when I said you have some people should they aim higher, or sometimes people need encouragement to do that. Everybody's mind perspective is not going to change on their own. Sometimes they need you pretty much just kind of pull that full circle back to what I was saying.
Ask me who encouraged me though.
Who? You?
Me.
What if I said everybody is not going to do it themselves. And I'm not saying that you got to be, that my brother's and my sister's keeper for everybody. But sometimes you might have to help a couple people out. You feel me? I'm not saying, hey, let me make it rain. I wasn't necessarily saying that, because that seemed to be this thing here. But
not me.
But mentally, sometimes people might need a little help. I'm going to keep trying to make you look at it from a different light. I promise.
Okay.
Because you going to hold on to the other light yourself. So
I think it's difficult for me, especially when it comes to dudes.
Okay.
Females, it's a different curve that I kind of grade progress on, right? Mm-hmm. For dudes, I'm like drill sergeant dad. Because I know all of the other things that's up against us on a consistent basis. I hate to say because of the black man, because I got a lot of white people that follow me too. Mm-hmm. So it's not just a. But
they may also have their own whatever those situations may be within their as well.
Right,
I think everybody has something. You know what I mean? It's not. It can't be just one sided.
I agree. So some people belong in poverty though. I'll say that too.
What was I the other day? No, and I'm saying you said something. Where was I the other day? At something event or something. I don't want to misspeak, but I was somewhere when they were talking about different levels of being broke and poverty and this and the third. Not in a negative way, but and it was a whole different caliber of how they broke that down.
Yeah.
One of it was like a choice. One of it was like, I don't want to misspeak, but it was something similar to what you just said, but it was of a whole another depth of how they broke that down. I was like, nobody really, that's a different way of putting it.
Yeah. And I think the traits of broke people are not, I can't say broke, the traits of a broken person. Oh,
come on.
I'm getting in my Oprah bag.
Hashtag broken person.
But the traits of a broken person says, I don't know where to start looking. I don't even know what's the first option. Right? All I know is this. And then because I have broke friends, I still got broke friends now. I got broke friends.
Do you know something that you just said though before you even go there?
What's up?
That person said, the middle thing that you said that stood out to me was that I don't even know the first option, or basically, but that also is a silver lining to say that means they know that there are options. They just don't know where to start.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think when I was super broke, I had negative $258.35.
Super upper.
Super broke.
Super broke.
I was dead broke. When you super broke, that's below zero.
It's below zero. We're in the negatives now.
Way below. There is no net positive nowhere. There is negative zero.
Got you.
When I was there, I think I would look at other people's careers and other people's progress, and I would say, well, I ain't get it. Why? And then I would go work on more music to pursue. Because you got to think, okay, and I promise y'all, this is the last time I'm going to say it. We're going to get to the music. I promise you.
There was a segue right there. This music you're talking about right now.
It's not.
Oh, I tried.
It's not. So, what was I saying? I forgot.
You would even work harder in producing more music.
That's what I was about to say. Okay. My freshman class of producers that was all signed to Sony, EMI, Universal was DJ Mustard. And it's a guy named S1 produced Kanye West's Power. But he also produced some Rihanna, some Beyonce. That's my group of producers that I came in with. So for me to only have, and this is how crazy the business does it to you. With my Grammy, I was like, man, I only got one. They got like 5 Grammys.
Chelle B doesn't have not one Grammy. This is the award-winning.
But I'm just
Grammy award-winning.
But I'm just saying that's how music entertainment business makes you feel like you got to keep going. And then when you get
I think that's entertainment, period.
Right. In real estate world, polar opposite.
Really?
Polar opposite. The bigger your portfolio gets, the quieter you need to be. The less you need to be seen.
I actually can believe that. I do have friends who are in real estate. I don't know all the ins and outs, but just logistically, or maybe that's the wrong word. Just looking at it just as a layperson, I would imagine the bigger the portfolio, the more laid low you should be.
Yes.
For lack of better ways to say that.
Yes. Yeah. But for me, being a mixed breed, it's like, I want a Lamborghini. It's like, no, don't do it. That don't make no sense.
Well, let me ask you this. Really, because now you about to make me go flip the script. You know how they say the rich stays rich and, or get richer or whatever. Do you feel like even at a certain level, whether it's in real estate or producing or, your shows or whatever the case may be, do you feel like, hey, I'm making millions and billions and trillions, but I got, I got a Toyota Camry out there.
So
versus I have that, but I want to also have me a Lamborghini. I want to have a Maserati. Do you feel
the black in me? Because
I
I identify as both.
And I asked that question for real because I listen to people like the Kiki Palmers and all these other people who are like, hey, the house may not be like a mansion or not a mansion or a palace in another, continent somewhere. Perspective.
So I think the I can't say richer because I will never claim that on camera. I think I just got to make sure.
I was like,
we don't claim that. We don't claim. I'm well off.
I'll claim it.
I think how I am now is more about affording certain protections, being in certain areas, and I think about my girls spaces. Now.
Yes.
Like this house right here, I'm fine with being here till I die. I'm good with it. But with them,
it's a difference.
They're going to be teenagers. What's the friend groups look like? When they leave the house and go to the store, what's within a 3-mile radius of the house? And I've started thinking
3-mile radius of the phone calls that may be on.
Exactly. So that's the type of stuff that goes through my mind consistently now. And what type of protections need to be
because now it's more than just you.
Yeah.
That's called growth.
It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back. That's called growth. But
all right. So we gonna listen to this music. Bright got something. B. Lamont said, "Aim to the moons, even if you miss the stars." Oh, Donnie Simpson.
I'm here for those who say the skies are limit. I am always the one to say skies are limitless. Knock the roof off that thing, baby. You ain't got no ceiling. What you mean?
All right, let me see what Bright sent us. Bright is a guy that's from my community. Okay. What city are you in, Bright? I feel like Bright is in Mississippi. And I don't want to misquote it. And you said you wanted to go on a field trip to Magic City. Okay.
Come on, field trip.
No twerking on Sundays. What?
Listen, should have.
I told you 80% dudes.
You should have them come back and after their field trip.
Unveiled Vibrations. What's going on? All right, let's see what he got. This is called Cinnamon Haze. I want to see what so I never put Bright into the poverty music category. Because he makes good music. Poverty music. Do you know what poverty music is?
Tell me.
Poverty music.
Because I have what I would assume. I'm using context clues here. So I don't want to assume the wrong way. So tell me.
No. What do you assume?
I don't. I want you to tell me. Because when I hear, you don't always equate poverty with something good. So I'm just like, but you can also flip the script and make this happen the way you want to. This your show. So
poverty music artists. Who you think?
You ain't gonna do me like that.
Go ahead and do it. Say it.
You ain't gonna do me like that.
No poverty music artists? I give you one.
That is not how it shall be done.
So she's a trained personality.
That is not. You're not gonna have me. I'm gonna get you to tell me what it means. Maybe we're gonna review this song.
Maybe that's my issue.
Why is it gotta be an issue?
I'd be too transparent. I'd be too transparent.
No, if that's what your show is and you being transparent, baby, please be transparent. But what I'm saying to you is I'm not. I ain't knowing that. You know what I'm saying? Cause baby, the backlash that you talking about these strippers gonna have, Chelle, be not gonna hit the end of that. Hey,
You ain't
y'all.
going, nah, ain't no backlash. Ain't no backlash. You do what you do.
I do what I do. I want you to tell me what they mean for you. What's a poverty artist?
Sexy Red. She's definitely a poverty artist.
Okay. Why?
And look, this is the crazy thing. I was at an event in Florida last year, and we were having a panel discussion. Right? It's me, 4 other guys. I'm not the person that normally research the people that's on the panel with me.
Have you ever seen Sexy Red when she's just a regular person?
Okay, so
She's
that's what I'm about to say.
beautiful.
I think she looked good,
She
personally.
is absolutely beautiful.
But I'm on the panel. One of the people in the audience said, "What's poverty music? I see you posted on your Instagram." I said, "Sexy Red." So they start laughing.
But I'm asking you, why is it poverty music? Why is she a poverty artist? Is what I'm asking.
What does she encourage in her music? What do you think?
Well, if you want to just go down through there, it just about everybody, not everybody, but just about everybody encourages a certain thing in their music. It's just about the way they deliver it. So
Yeah.
let's just be honest. You know, yeah.
So for me, it's not necessarily a money thing either.
I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about you can go and tell somebody one thing and kiss them before you romance them, and you can also just go straight into it. So I'm just saying, everybody to a certain degree, because everything's not across the board, but everybody to a certain degree is talking about certain things. It's just how you deliver it.
Okay. Case in point. All right. I promise
Where's
you.
Bright
This is
from?
the last time. I think Bright is from Mississippi. I think he's from Memphis. Okay, he's from West Memphis, Arkansas.
901. Nice.
Okay. All right. So every time, and keep in mind, this Keller Road. Keller Road. Have you heard of Keller Road? You heard of Glenwood? All right. Same thing. Glenwood. Glenwood, Keller Road is all in the same vicinity, right?
Okay.
Well, and this is, see, now I'm about to sound like an elitist.
Let's talk about the districts.
So every time I go to a Family Dollar in my area,
And they still a dollar store for y'all?
yeah, it ain't a dollar.
Yeah,
It's not a dollar.
Not over here either.
But every time I go, I'm normally hearing something recited
From Sexy
from a Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion. As much as I love Cardi, Cardi's not a poverty artist. Okay.
You think Megan is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And
I can't. Okay. I'm still not saying who is a poverty artist.
Okay.
Maybe, but I will say that I can recite something from Megan before I can recite something from Sexy Red, and that's not a negative on Sexy Red. It's just it's more memorable to me in my mind. But I'm also a oldies type chick too when it comes to certain things, and you know, for instance, her current son, Love a Girl. I mean, come on, you got Total in that thing.
So that's different.
So it hits it a little different. Now I'm just saying.
I think we need to listen to music. But
Mash the play button.
I got a whole.
Play the
We're
song.
gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
Cue the track.
We need to talk. Let's see what you got.
Walked in inspired with your team, cold killing the scene. Got the king hood like a fiend, body looking supreme. Mama, you look good in them jeans, and you know what I mean. The fruit don't fall far from the tree. You got them good genes. I love you squint and your smile. I love a little tease. Baby, we can meet at the bar, get a couple drinks. Honey, you sweet on your charm, smelling like ice cream. Hit the dance floor, getting down. Look Jamaican queen, wine for a little, yeah. Grind for a little, yeah. Motion makes ecstasy come while I'm feeling the middle. DJ, keep that good thing going. Play a little sizzle, we can do it all again. I love to ride with you.
Wanna feel your hands all on my body. And I wrap my legs so tight you can bend. And when I feel that tingle down my spine, oh, you know that's when I come alive.
Late night convo. Talking as the time passed. Text out the blue when I'm thinking about your fine ass. Jam got your body on fleek, finger the hourglass. Baby girl too damn fly, I'm called jet lag. Money anything, she got bread popping the price tag. Her man seen looking good with the product bag. How you look so goddamn good and be hella bad. Good things come to those, I wanna get that. Wine for a little, yeah. Grind for a little, yeah. Motion makes ecstasy come while I'm feeling the middle. Music playing, let's get it on. I wanna deal with you, we can make love all night. I wanna build with you.
Wanna feel your hands all on my body. Wanna wrap my legs so tight you got me. I wanna feel that tingle down my spine. Oh, you know that's when I come alive.
Hey.
Got me excited. Coming up on me, boy. Got me excited.
I was not mad at that at all.
It kind of gave me Common vibes. It kind of gave me Common vibes when it first came on, like that vibe on, like, what movies am I looking at? Like, when I first fell in love with hip hop. I mean, it kind of gave me
Love Jones? No, not like
not Love Jones.
Love and Basketball?
Well, yeah, but not Love and Basketball. What's the Brown Sugar?
That was gonna be
It
my
gives
third
me
one.
that vibe, like, and then the bridge that they had there. I like the song.
I wasn't mad at it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think it's good for me to have other feedback for these records, because I think from
your definition, that is not a poverty
no
song.
no at all.
No.
But see, this is how I look at it. I'm perfect. I'm good. See, now we can put the two together.
From what you said, that is not a poverty. That song is pretty
Okay.
dope. Shout out to is that Bright?
That is Bright.
That's-
Bright the MC.
I like it, Bright.
See?
That was dope.
See, she like
That
it.
was dope, Bright.
So, when I think of music in general,
Mm-hmm.
right, it's so many Negroes that's just rippity rapping
Rippity rapping. Yeah, that's a new one.
and making beats and trapping,
I'm gonna have a lot of hashtags for you when this is over with. Okay.
selling box. They selling everything in the music but the music,
But guess what? It's selling. That's what it's selling.
and that's whack.
It's,
to me.
I think, let me say this, and I'm gonna always put the disclaimer out here that I'm not trying to, judge anybody. I know you say you judge. I'm not trying to judge anybody, but this is what I think about oftentimes because I'm the kind of person who I love amazing music.
Okay.
I love timeless music, and it doesn't have to always be the oldies. You got some stuff that's even more current that's still timeless. You're gonna know it 10 years from now, 15 years, 20 years from now, right? I just want to know, has the listening ear changed? That's think about it, and not in a negative way, but has the listening ear changed? Because when I hear certain things, I'm like, yo, y'all babies don't even realize what you missing. Like,
That is a very good point.
has the listening ear? Listen, this song right here that we just heard, right?
Mhm.
Just case in point. When I say I love timeless music, this song didn't come out in the 90s and in the 80s and the 70s. It doesn't have to have that stereotype. It's about the caliber of the music, how it sounds, how it vibes with your soul, and how people would know no matter what age group years from now.
Exactly.
So has the listening ear changed?
I feel like we have gone through is the word resurgence, when there's something it was great music and then it's like trash, and then now it comes back to great music all over again. What's that called?
That's like full circle. So history repeating itself.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Yeah. So I think that's what's happening, cause I have some of the guys I mentored is in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Their favorite rappers be like De La Soul and like J. Cole, and
They love J. Cole. Everybody, let me just say this, because I don't mean to cut you off, but this is what does surprise me though. Okay, in this age group, with me hosting a lot of things, and I get out there and we dancing with everybody. What I'm telling you, it gets to the point now where I'm getting out danced when it comes to line dance and everything else. I got a line dance for all kind of stuff. So I love to see them do their thing. But what's
Okay.
interesting to me is that, you know how you say, well, these kids listen to ratchet music, that's what people will say. And then when I'm hosting these parties, they want to hear trail rides. They got some old souls. So it's a little weird of the mixture of the two.
Right. I agree.
This is something I have noticed by watching people and hosting events in the caliber from high school to middle school to college students. These kids love trail ride music. They love blues. The day that somebody came up against me with some Betty Wright, I said, baby, don't play with me. I don't play with Betty Wright. That's my girl.
Well,
I like it.
Well, your market too, though.
No, not just here.
Okay.
I've even seen that in Atlanta too. Now it might not be every song,
Okay.
but I've seen the change. It is the market as well, but I have seen a change in the type of songs they want to hear and the type of dance they want to hear. Now you have certain line dances that might be only for Jackson State or only for Mississippi, but you also have those songs that you can go all the way up to the Carolinas and people gonna dance to it.
Okay.
It's just, and it's interesting to me to see that, but they're not just over here in the ratchet category as people want to say. I'm seeing both.
I will agree with that. I definitely have to agree with that. Even from a music business standpoint, and I love it. Lord, listen, when I tell you, I've been selling people to Candy. Do you know who Senior Candy is? Mm-mm. Do you know who Mr. Candy is? From Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a poster of him.
Uh-huh.
Leonardo's character.
Yeah.
And when I hear bad music on the pod, I say,
oh my God.
It is time to sell you to Senior Candy. It's not holding up. I don't have it in here. I wish I had it in here. But I think now it's such a good time for real creators to get to it because the industry is struggling.
It has changed
Everybody,
tremendously.
they're trying to figure out, okay, there is no Drake to provide an avenue. Beyonce don't drop enough. And I say them because you know how it works. Beyonce will drop, then there's 1,000 other females that'll do songs like Beyonce, so they'll try to sign that girl. Or it's 1,000 other dudes that'll sound like Drake, and then they'll try to sign. That's dead. So everybody's in a state of like, yo, what's hot?
All these different older groups that are coming back, I'm here for it.
Yep.
I'm here for it all. Let me say that right now. I am here for the artists, these groups that are coming back around, because to me, in my world, they had never died in the first place.
I hear something weird.
Yeah, this is something I'm here too.
Yeah,
but I'm actually here for it. But it's interesting to me, certain age groups that know certain songs, and I'm like, okay.
Exactly.
I still stand by my question. Do you think the listening ear has changed? Because I think the caliber of certain things or the evolution of things is definitely there. You can see that. You can see the change.
Has it
question
changed?
The ear about it.
I don't think it's changed. Honestly, I think, and this sounds terrible too, Bruno Mars.
Okay.
Perfect example, right? And I say these things, and people know how I am. I feel like Bruno Mars is one of the biggest biters of black culture.
Biters.
He bites everything. Let me get that.
The fact that I asked. I think I walked into that one.
Let me get that. Let me go. Because every time I hear a Bruno record, and this is the thing, I say that and I love Bruno.
That pleased me.
Right?
Who want to please me joint? With Cardi B.
Bruno. Exactly.
And the song is fire.
But which is also...
Uh-oh. He bit out something else? Oh, Lord. He bite
like
out
a
something else?
Doberman pincher. Teddy Riley and Guy.
Yeah. Well, Teddy Riley. First of all, Teddy Riley.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people have bitten off of Teddy Riley.
But I think
I'm not saying it's okay or whatever. I mean, unless you have your understanding of how things work. But I mean, you talking about Teddy Riley. That is the foundation.
Right.
Like that.
So if you have them in the studio with you, and you're an artist of that caliber, I'm cool with it, right? But my issue comes in when you are the guy. Like, I don't even the Super Bowl conversation I was having. I said I can't see any of the new artists today. Sexy Red, I don't see her doing the Super Bowl. Maybe Megan featuring with somebody else, but I'm thinking about who do we have in our culture?
I can see Megan doing the Super Bowl, and I'm not saying it because of what I said earlier. I'm just saying because the moment you start seeing her do the collaborations that she's done, that lets you know that there's interest there. And Megan, she ain't no bad chick now. I'm just saying,
No,
But at
Megan's fire.
But at
She's
the
a
end
fire
of the
rapper.
day, what was the Juvie new song that came out? And they had a whole petition to want to put the girl on, and he went and did that. That's when you listen to your fans. I can also respect that.
Yeah.
But I don't see where she would not be on there. Why would she not be on that?
I don't see it.
Okay.
I can see her as a
You don't see
moment.
her as a headliner.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I got you.
I can see her as a moment on there with. I don't even have no artists. We're gonna be
You
using
see me
Beyonce.
looking like, where you finna go with this?
We're gonna have Beyonce until she turns 68.
65, 70, 68, just a random number.
Random number. We're gonna have Beyonce performing at Super Bowl again.
Let me say this. And this is something I just said at one of the mixers that I just left. Shout out to Atlanta, man. Y'all got a lot of things y'all doing out here. But I feel like, and these are people that I would love to have a conversation with and have a interview with and pick their brains, because I love to see them do what they do.
Okay.
The Tiana Taylors, and this was before she
Yes.
was getting all the stuff that she's getting now. I've been on Tiana for years, and now I'm like, everything she's getting her just due.
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor, Brandy, shout out to Mississippi. Come on, Macomb. Brandy.
At the Super Bowl?
No, I don't see. Do you? First of all, they about to headline the daggone Essence Fest, and I know Essence and Super Bowl are different calibers. You know, what I'm saying? I don't mean in a negative way. I'm saying they're two different.
Yeah.
You have your Super Bowl, you have your Essence or whatever. Like you have your BET Awards, like you have your Oscars. Everything has its own category. I don't mean it in that way. But what I'm telling you is, I think right now in their prime, Tiana's on her thing right now.
Okay.
Brandy is on her thing right now. And who was the other person that I mentioned too in this conversation?
You said Brandy, Tiana, and
It was one other person I said. I just had this conversation maybe about an hour and a half ago, and it'll come back to me. But I think that there are other people. I would love to see a Super Bowl halftime show of the ladies doing their thing.
that would be dope.
I would love to see that. It
That would
doesn't
be dope.
necessarily have to be Beyonce. I'm on the Bay High. I ain't tripping on Bay at all. But what I'm saying is, I do, and shout out to Kelly Rowland, because baby, she's doing her thing.
Yes.
I
I
love
love how she hijacked.
I love me some Kelly Rowland. You feel me?
Yeah,
Go and bring Method
yeah.
on out there. Bring them relationship goals to the daggone Super Bowl. You feel me? But
Yeah.
I would love to see our ladies do that. But by the same token, and this is me speaking across 3 years.
Okay.
3 is my lucky number, by the way.
Okay.
We should have some ladies do their thing, and we got to be real strategic about these ladies that we pull out there, right?
Okay.
And we should have the guys do their thing, and then we should have no, certain caliber. Guys
Okay.
have been doing their thing. You got your females been doing
Right.
their thing. You got to be strategic with who you pick. Keep that in mind. Let that marinate.
Okay.
But then you got to come back on that third year and let them vibe together on
That
that
would be
stage
dope.
and shut that sucker down.
That would be dope. Now,
So you asking who else we got? I'm not. No, we got some people.
but who though?
I gave you 2 already. Now
Okay, let me erase that part.
I would put her on that thing. I would even put
I
Ella
can
May
see
on
that.
that thing.
I don't
now,
see Ella May.
I can. I would love to see Ella May and her do a tour together. Yes, I would.
All right, what's the next record?
No, seriously.
Ella May and her.
To do a tour together, why not? What is wrong with Ella May?
I don't. I love Ella May.
I do
Okay,
too.
I love her as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff, right? I think when I'm thinking about, and let's see back to that money side, I'm thinking about sponsors.
Well, no.
I'm thinking
Well, okay, yeah, you have your business or things that you're looking at. I'm talking about the ear right now.
Okay.
Listening to their music, I think they will make a nice tour together.
Okay.
They have
You
some
think
nice
people
music.
will pay for that? Pay for a ticket to see them?
I don't see why not. Let's see how they're right now. Ella just dropped her tour. She about to go on tour. Who else? Tiana's doing her thing. There's
Okay.
another tour that just dropped. Who's the other person that tour that just dropped? Let's see how their tours do. But
Okay.
I've always said I think those two would do an amazing job together. Not to say that you can't do like sort of like the Boys Mind. You had at every city they were doing different things. You got to have wow factors.
Right, I
That
enjoyed
doesn't
that.
mean that those two ladies are not also wow factors.
I don't know. Okay, so when I'm thinking about
Now
when
you
I'm
can
paying,
choose who you want to do the headliner. You can choose that.
okay, so you're saying for them not to be the headliner, just for them to be on tour together and maybe have another headliner.
Are you saying that her wouldn't be a headliner?
I don't think so.
Really? Really?
No. And I love her. Like
her is freaking
now,
phenomenal.
okay. Now, what type of tour are we talking? Are we talking about stadium? We talking about
I'm not talking about going to
concert hall? What are we talking about?
I'm not talking about going to the Hard Rock, on a little stage or this and the third. I'm saying they can do the little stage too, because I think the little stages also matter.
So you think they could do Phillips Arena, those type of tours?
I don't see why they can't. And I'm not saying you can't have other people on the ticket, but I don't know why you will not have her and Ella not. Why not?
I can see them on the ticket.
And I can honestly see her headlining the show. She has done that. Have you seen her perform? Like her
She gonna
own
get
show?
me in trouble.
Because I have.
I love her. I love her
Pun
as an
intended.
artist. Yes, she's.
I love her too.
I love her. She's a dope artist. I don't know though. Okay.
You have to know how to set up your tour though.
Yeah.
You can do an acoustic type tour and have you got to also think about it.
For that.
You're not talking about just this money and the sponsor this and the third. You got to be strategic with what if you did an acoustic tour, a nice tour with nice music, why can't they be on the tour? I think you're just thinking about the Beyonce production. Like, no, you got to know what tour you're talking about, the type of music. I said the ear, listening to the music.
Well, I'm also thinking what I'm gonna pay for.
Yes, you just said you would pay for that acoustic tour.
I would pay for I would pay for that.
Because it's very nice. And what happened is sometimes we always have this. And sometimes you can get this with just this.
You know who Major is? The artist?
Yes, I know
Okay.
Major very well.
Major.
Now that's Major.
We went to see him at an event place down here called Eddie's Attic.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably about 3 of these rooms. That's it. And that Negro got up
Intimacy.
there. He got up there playing the guitar and folk were crying. I said, this is a show. I think
Have you seen her perform?
not like that.
She can play several different instruments. I've seen her show. I'm telling you. That's okay. Because I know evidently y'all got an understanding. But I'm going to stand firm to what I say, that I think if you set it up right, you can't do an acoustic song with something that's over here.
Yeah.
You got to know how to set up your tour.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And I don't think that if that tour is set up the way it is and it's promoted that that's what it is, stay to your business model what it is, I don't think it can't do well. But stick to it. Don't just say, hey, and then go out there and throw juvie out there. You can't do that.
So I think for me, and again, we're going to play that in a minute. For a her tour, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that she would be able to get what her celebrity, right? I'll say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Her celebrity can easily get $200,000-$300,000 a show.
Mm-hmm.
Her celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
But when it starts to come into the
performance,
yeah,
you
then
think?
it's like okay, Usher. I paid I think $1,800 to go see Usher. That was just for the tickets. Then I had to pay for the flight. Then I had to pay for the hotel. All that.
super upper.
Right.
I'm sorry. You walked up so right on in that.
It was my wife. It was my wife.
I tell you what, I take that back. You take care of wife. Take care of wife.
So,
I take it back.
But that was
super over. It's super over. But you took care of wife, so you get a pass on that. One time for the wife.
You good one.
One time for the wife.
So that was like $3,000 and some change. I'm gonna say just for the 2 days weekend. Flew right back. When I tell you that was worth, I would do that 5 more times.
I saw him as well.
And how did you feel?
I was not a super upper ticket, but I saw him in Vegas.
Yes.
Shout out to my late friend. That was a birthday gift from him.
Okay.
And I saw him in Atlanta. I saw him
Okay.
here. I saw him here in October. I'd say was that October 24? I saw him here.
And it was ridiculous, wasn't it?
And there is not a moment, and the Brett came out. When Brett came to my show, I was like, yo, we got the beats that I already did this thing. But again, you just put a Beyonce production, an Usher production with an acoustic tour. They don't go together.
But
I'm not saying that he can't bring her out and do some stuff with her.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying he can't bring Ellen out and do some stuff with her. But what I'm saying to you is, Those are productions.
Yeah.
That's a whole different caliber than an acoustic intimate tour.
I agree.
It's different. You can't compare the two. She can be a guest on that, or she can even have her own acoustic tour, and he can come out and even do an acoustic spot with her, just like you can. Justin Timberlake can come out and do an acoustic spot with her.
I would pay for a Justin Timberlake.
You know what I'm
ticket,
saying?
too.
But I'm saying you cannot compare the two. Now if you say I'm gonna put Beyonce and Usher on a show together, I don't know who gonna pay for them tickets.
I would.
Right there. You feel me? But you also just said you would pay for an acoustic tour. Those are
Right.
two totally different
But I'm gonna have a
things.
cap though.
Oh, you can have,
I'ma
a,
have a
cap,
cap.
and you can have acoustic moments on their tour. But
Yeah.
this is a full blown acoustic tour. Certain people would be on it. And honestly, you got people like Major that can be on an acoustic tour.
Yeah. No, I think that's what he did. I think that's what we went
That's
to.
what I'm saying. Like
And that-
you got
like I
to
said,
know
that joint
how
was
to
crazy.
put the talent to put on the tour. I don't know if your 85% fellas agree with me or not.
They probably do.
But what I'm saying is you can't compare the two.
Nah, you right. I just don't know if I pay for the ticket. But anyway.
You just said you would. You see what I'm talking about?
I already did. I already did.
Oh Lord.
All right. We got B. Lamont sent the record called Dad Bod. What is this?
Give me the name again.
B. Lamont.
No, the name of the track.
Dad Bod.
Dead Bod. Okay,
Yes.
that's it.
What I have is a Dad Bod.
Dead Bod, Lord.
All right, here you go.
Cue the track.
Definition of a dad bod. A physique regarded as typical of an average father. Nothing average about us, fellas.
I'm going to look in the camera at
You're
him
an
with
actor
this.
when young, you may have a bad back, bad knee, bad feet. Nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, be proud. We still carry this world with our strong shoulders and our guts. Clock in, clock out, work out, baby mama, dad bods, dad bods, dad bods, dad bods, paying tax, getting fat, nagging wife, almost lost your life. Dad bods, dad bods, dad bods, dad bods. We're at that age losing folk we thought we'd never lose. We're at that age doing shit we thought we'd never do. I wake up not wanting to wake up, but laying here isn't working. Sciatic is still hurt. I gotta go make this money. I gotta go punch the clock. Make they dreams come true. In the morning we spin the block. You want more for your kids. You don't want them in your spot, but it's ironic. At your job, these young kids want in your spot. Hug your mama if you still got her. I got mine, but these Facebook posts fuck with my mental. Dear mama, I miss you. I got a dad bod, father figure, shoulders wide, but good is bigger. No unions here, so the checks are thinner. To save money, Sunday
Let me get
dinner
his
stretch
verse
for
out.
3 dinners. Since the Navy working out ain't really working out. My chest will look good, but my stomach poking out. Clock in, clock out, work out, baby mama, dad bods, dad bods, dad bods, dad bods, paying tax, getting fat, nagging wife, almost lost your life. Dad bods, dad bods, dad bods, dad bods. There's no special calisthenics for diabetics. No magic pill to take for prostate.
No, that's the sound effects for me.
I love my sound effects.
That's the sound effects for me. And he ran them back, y'all.
I don't know. I don't. It made my eye twitch, B. Lamont. B. Lamont. I love you, dude.
Well, let me look
You know,
at it
like-
through a different lens. Bring
He
him on back up.
He said this. He said that's catchy. You see, okay, hold on.
Okay, I can't say what was the inspiration behind it because he's saying it in the song, but I see what he was trying to do there. I will say I see what he was trying to do. He's pretty much making things happen in his life, whether it's with, as a husband, as a father, doing whatever he has to do with a dad bod, meaning he's still doing what he's doing no matter the situation. So I do try to look at it a different lens.
You're so nice.
I'm trying, because you're going to give me the other perspective. So, your eye
What is-
twitching.
That's right. Ah!
See what I'm saying?
Ah! I love B. Lamont too. I just did. Okay.
Hi, B. Lamont.
So y'all know again.
Oh Lord. It's the caliber. Here we
Hold
go
on.
with these lower land
Hold on.
highs and middles.
What'd you say? Hold on. What did you
The
say?
poverties and the non-poverties.
I'm a dad. Okay. So okay. No.
What are they saying?
No.
Oh, okay.
So this is the thing, and okay, I just had this conversation with my wife earlier, right? Mm-hmm. And I have this conversation with the guys that I work with on a consistent basis because although I have a dad bod, I'm in the gym at least 3 or 4 times a week. I'm eating vegetables.
What is considered a dad bod?
When you got the little, okay, so I have to show you the young Nito. Young Nito was probably about 200.
You know how you have people, men and women do the same thing. You know when I was back in the, it be the whole like disposition.
But we talk about like 3-4 years ago.
But
it ain't even that long.
Growth, it happens in more ways than one. Life happens.
So,
Dad bod.
Hold on, no. Yuck. So I am a person that's like, bruh.
I'm gonna let you get it out. Go ahead.
And this is how I talk to myself. I talk to myself like this. I like, bruh, all right, look at you. Just look at you.
Control the narrative. Talking to yourself.
You're right. So I'm not going to be a person that approves mediocrity. I hate that TikTok does that. But I'm not going to be a person that's co-signing mediocrity. I want to make sure that we are all getting to it. So that's why I started a page on IG. It's called New Dad Bod. Okay. This is the new dad.
I'm going to put, so, because you produce music.
Right.
B. Lamont, I challenge you, my guy, to get with the MC over here.
He got beats from me. This is
No.
He's in my community.
I believe. No. I know he's in your community because he just sent you that. What I'm telling you is, I need for you guys to get together and do a new dad bod song with his IG, and let's run that back and review that. And we're gonna put y'all both on that.
That is so nice.
You should do it.
We need to get her like one day out of the month. What do y'all think? I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. You need 1 month out of.
They may not agree with you. You just went on and put them sound effects so quick. They might be like, nope, we're good. Nope.
One day, just one day, because she's so nice.
Well, I mean, he grinding.
I didn't like his song. I didn't like the song at all.
Okay, so if you want me to be completely transparent, I'm not a big fan of the song.
Okay.
But in the midst of not being a big fan of the song, I still got to see what he was trying to do with the song. And I want you can. People got a reason for why they do what they do. You said that earlier. It's a choice. It's a this. It's a high. It's a middle. It's a low.
Okay.
You said that. Those were your words.
So I have a story.
Oh,
short story.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
And who is this? 1077.
B. Lamont, y'all get on the song with the new dad bod, new body dad, however y'all want to name it, and you can continue.
Who is it? 1077 The Underground. Make sure you send it to Mad Lucrative Music.
Right there.
The community board is didn't come through for some reason. So I don't see it on Patreon. So, but anyway, the way I see everything, you got to cut the thing off at the head. Like a snake.
Well, you were nice. You didn't cut it off. You just faded it out.
Yeah. But no, I'm saying after the song is over, it's like, nah, it's not good.
I tried to.
Oh.
You faded it out.
But after, so, okay, I was in the studio with, see, it sounds bad too. How can I say this? I'll just say it. I was in the studio with Puff. Mm-hmm. And, no Lil Rod though. He ain't Lil Rod me.
It's the disclaimers.
No special rules for your boy.
You got any artist that you have. First of all, let me just say this: where you can go down through there with Brother Love, Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Diddy, whatever you want to call. Yeah. What I'm saying is, any artist is gonna have a song that you like. You got a song that's banging. You got a song that you got a song I don't like. So there's no disrespect to him. I still want to know where he was trying to come from with it.
So this is the thing, all right? I was in the studio with Puff, right?
Okay.
And we were playing records.
Mm-hmm.
Every record, 15 seconds out. 15 seconds out. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, bruh.
That's probably why I don't do the music reviews. Just listen to my own playlist.
But he was like,
I'm a guest, y'all.
so he played some records, and then I always tell the story too. Havoc, you know who Mobb Deep is. Mm-hmm. All right, so I was working with Havoc at the time.
Nice.
He played one beat. Puff stood up. He said, "That's that New York ish," and I was just like,
First of all, that's the same principle as when you're selling yourself on your portfolio. You better make sure the first 3 seconds, the first 8 seconds, the first 15 seconds of some people want to see. Same thing I want to hear. That doesn't change. It's the same principle.
Yeah. Hold up, what do you say? 15 seconds and out. Yeah, Havoc is a legend, but I'm just saying. I'm a legend too, but I'm just saying.
Come on, legendary.
Anyway. I'm not. See, didn't I start talking like that? Didn't I sound like I'm cocky? I'm not cocky at all.
No.
I just sound crazy sometimes.
I co-signed it as not a cocky comment. Sometimes you got to feel yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's why I was like, come on, legendary. I'm co-signing it.
I work out and jog. Hey, B. Lamont, we gonna get to it. We need everybody to be on the new dad bod stuff, bro.
I'm gonna come sing the hook.
Okay.
I'm just playing. I'm not gonna come sing.
Do you do anything musically?
I don't know.
You're so lame.
Are you friends with me on Facebook?
No, on IG.
Yeah, you should find me on Facebook.
Okay.
I just said find me on Facebook. We could just be friends on Facebook too.
Should we pull her up on Facebook on the live?
You ain't gonna find nothing on there. It's just simply my name.
All right, hold up.
Not the fan page. I'm talking about my personal page. That's
Okay,
no, don't do that.
You have to send it to me. All right, so this is Lucky Logan. All right, we're gonna do because I'm not trying to have her here too long. So if y'all got records, I'm gonna cut it off at like 5 minutes. All right.
Well, how long is the song? That means they going back old school because old
No,
school
I'm talking about
songs used to be good long.
cut off submissions at 5 minutes, so we can't no more records. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let's see what we got. Everybody on TikTok, my bad.
You came
I'm gonna turn it down.
You ready for that?
Everybody on TikTok, what's going on? I'm sorry I have not been with the chat. What you send the music in the no Spotify. We don't do Spotify over here.
He been over there looking for y'all to co-sign the stuff he's saying. Hi, people on TikTok. You look over there. I said, so you getting confirmation. Got it.
They love when I just tell the truth. I'm a truth teller.
I didn't say I wasn't telling the truth. I just may tell it a little different than you. Did I tell you about the delivery? We talked about that earlier.
Who cares about the delivery?
I do, because that's how it shall be done.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm not finna go.
How it shall be done.
You gotta,
All right, let's see what he got. This is Lucky Logan.
Come on, Lucky Logan.
You ain't a killer. Okay. See now, okay. So you know what?
Oh, it is not okay. It's you ain't. That's the name of You Ain't a Killer.
You Ain't a Killer.
All right.
Matter of fact, no, we gonna show them this because y'all know how I like.
So
to
it actually
reviews.
got a video.
He has a cover to it.
I saw it.
It looked like it's gonna be a poverty-stricken cover. Let me see.
Not poverty-stricken, child.
Let's see what he got. I want y'all to see this. Oh, no, it's cutting her off. Okay, never mind. We can't do it like that. But y'all see the cover. But anyway. Somebody sent me a video last week. I was like, oh, what am I watching?
Did you put it on there like that? I bet you did. Of course you did.
All right, let's see what he got.
Yeah.
Right out the gate.
Yup. You ain't a killer, boy, don't believe it. You know I'm really from the trenches, I done really seen shit. Dog was scared to pull the trigger, but we made him squeeze it. I sent my hitters on a mission and they gon' complete it. Dog,
send it through.
On the internet, they got deleted. I don't know what the fuck Twitter beef is. No, I don't know who the fuck Little Beach is. You ain't a killer, boy, don't believe it. Send a hop straight to hell, I'm a demon. I shot him, then they fell, I left him leaking. Dog, he got his roof nailed, now it's leaking. Fuck my enemies, telling me to dig. Homie, be for real, you ain't never even seen a break. Really in the field, I never see where the trenches is. I'ma keep it real, I ain't never seen you win. You ain't a shooter, you're a loser with a Ruger. All the hops getting killed, I told the D's that I plead the fifth. You better run for the hills when you see me, kid. Try to duck from the steel, but you still get hit. I'm coming in for the kill. You ain't a killer, boy, don't believe it. You know I'm really from the trenches, I done really seen shit. Dog was scared to pull the trigger, but we made him squeeze it. I sent my hitters on a mission and they gon' complete it. You ain't a killer, boy, don't believe it. You know I'm really from the trenches, I done really seen shit. Dog was scared to pull the trigger, but we made him squeeze it. I sent my hitters on a mission and they gon' complete it.
No. No, baby. Hold on, let me see. Who was this? Who was this? Was this 1077? I hate for this to be your first time on the live, bro.
Oh wow.
I think this is your first time. But if you are a part of the community, we are going to get you out of this poverty-stricken space. We are going to get you to lucrative land. Hey,
Lucrative land.
lucrative land.
Are you trying to do that because the name was LL?
I don't know.
Lucky Logan.
Lucky. So okay. I'm and I try to find the positive, the net positive, in a lot of stuff.
I'm glad you went back and put net on that because clearly me and you've been talking two different languages over here. Come back, the money positive. Come on, the net positive.
I've been trying to find the positive in a lot.
Carry the one.
I just ain't dropped it on. It's stupid. Okay. I just don't know. I don't know.
That song there?
Yeah. I think, okay. So this goes back to the original conversation. When you said, what do you say? Has people's ears
has the listening ear change.
Yeah. I think the listening creative ears have changed. Because they think that it's easy to do music. Technically, it is easy to do music.
Because there's so many resources to do it.
Yeah, it's easy to do it, right? But
that's another side of that coin, though, because the receptive, for that, like the person that's listening to it, I'm saying that wrong. The receiver's ears, if they are welcoming that means their ears have changed too. I think that's on both ends. Oh Lord, here we go. Wait for it. In 3, 2, 1.
I'm just saying, when you look at it, when I look at certain groups of friends, kids, every time a new trap hood rapper comes out, the suburbia, those kids want to listen to that music naturally, right? Because it gives them the
culture.
edge, right?
Yeah.
It gives them the edge. We feel like we're close to the blacks. All right, cool, got it. Well,
nice.
The catch-22 to that is, after a certain point, when they get tired of listening to that,
Then what else?
then they go. That acoustic concert,
tour.
they're gonna be that Avril Lavigne, Taylor
5.
Swift. They're gonna be there spending their money with them.
Well, for your catch-22, there's a catch-23, and that catch-23 is that same cover motion video is the equivalent, and I mean not necessarily the song, but the equivalent of Scarred, Uncle Luke, the Uncut.
Yeah.
It's the same caliber of that type of stuff as well. It's just in a new. Didn't I just say earlier? It's the delivery.
Yeah.
People, they talking about the same thing. It may be delivered differently, and in this case, you're still doing what they're doing. But you talking about somebody who gonna love you and foreplay with you and all that other type stuff, and that is like wham bam thank you ma'am. But
Right.
they're still talking about the same thing.
That's true.
So
That's true.
just be honest, it's still the same. It
That's
just
true.
may be a different type of song and beat and this and the third. It's still the same thing.
So I didn't think we did an actual official intro. So Shelby is from, I'm gonna say it again, Mississippi.
I am from Jackson, Mississippi.
Jackson, Mississippi. Okay, I got that one right. Let me see. Let me give myself a clap. It had the font. It had the font of beginning.
So serious.
From Mississippi. Again, I'm saying this so they can kind of get a understanding why your point of view is important. She's in radio. She knows radio and that whole thing. I don't know nothing about that. I know
You do.
some of it, but it's
But as a producer, you get to hear before I hear it.
yeah.
Think about it.
But
You're at the when it's being established, when it's been in inception stage, you know. So I mean, you that doesn't take away your validity on it. MC,
Yeah.
MC.
So in your space, when it comes to radio, what type of records are still getting heavy spins? Is it the legacy artists, or do you see any new artists that's coming up that's getting that burn?
If I can be completely honest, and the difference between me and you, like, I judge. I'm not really judging, but I know me personally. So let's talk about me personally, and then let's talk about the collective as an industry.
Okay.
Me personally, things that are played on the radio these days, not everything, but things that are played on the radio these days, you won't find it in my personal playlist. But that's a preference. That doesn't take away from any artist grind and working hard or whatever resources they use. There's their baby, and I'm sure they're sensitive about their stuff. So I try to, that's why I'm kind of that way, because I try to remember that. But by the same token, you heard me somewhat mention earlier when I said, these babies don't know what they missing. Because the stuff, first of all, I'll be trying to figure out how to pronounce some of the stuff when I'm on the air. And I will tell my listeners, I say, my loves, I say, you know your girl Chelle B does not want to mess this up. Write in and tell me how to pronounce it. Give me a, because I want to pronounce the names correct. I want to pronounce the names of the songs correct. Sometimes to me, I think simple is more.
Okay.
But, you know, I can see the evolution in the industry, because the music, first of all, the songs are now a minute and 20 seconds. Versus 350 or 420 or.
Great question.
They're just in and out.
So with those songs, do those songs still get radio spins? Those minute 30-second and under songs?
Let's think about it. If this was a, and I don't know the number of her song, I'm just making this up. Like Lover Girl, I gave you that earlier with Megan Thee Stallion. If that song was a minute and 30 seconds, then yes, that song still plays. And I'm not saying it is a minute and 30 seconds.
Right.
I was just using it as an example, because more often than not, the songs these days are shorter. But now we also have music that's also in there too. Think about it. The more people listen to it, the more it pings. So that means it plays. The radio is a whole different beast now.
It is.
The more and shout out to our program directors and our PDs and stuff that work hard and do what they do, because you got to keep up with the relevance of all of that stuff. You know what I mean? And where it is and how it's selling nationwide, worldwide. You know what I mean? Your market. All right. So already that's is more than what people think. You just put some stuff in, right?
Right.
Number two, the second part of that is, when you got different people, I love the fact that you had It Depends with Chris Brown that popped in there. I love that you have the LMAs in there, the Summer Walkers are in there, because now I feel like we are hip hop and we're R&B, because that's what, and I think it's a good mixture. So now it also balances out when you have that 1 minute and 30 second song with now a 3 minute and 12 second song. So now you have a mixture, a variety, which to me helps out. Songs are so much shorter now. They don't have to be 10 minutes long, even though some of them 10 minutes long songs are everything. You feel me?
Yeah.
But they are so much shorter. The evolution has changed. And I don't know if that's also a part of a listening ear, because people may say, I don't want to hear no long song, but if the song is amazing, I don't care if it's 2 minutes and 50 seconds or 5 minutes. The song is busting, it's busting.
Right. Right.
And it's going to live to tell the story.
What's the oldest song that you can kind of bring to your memory that's in y'all's playlist right now that's spinning?
I don't know, because I might be putting something in there I shouldn't be playing.
Do you get in trouble when you do that?
If I play, well, now, we would, any one of us would get in trouble. You put something in there that ain't supposed to be there. But
what does that mean? That's not supposed to be there.
Meaning it's not already in the system. That's what I mean. Like, let's just say if you want to download something somewhere and put it on the air, you get in trouble for that.
Really?
At our station, you do. I can't speak for everybody else. Yeah. You got program directors for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You go and just...
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. In my producer ear?
Yeah. So
I don't know what that means.
We're not talking about somebody who has a mix on the air. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about your regular on-air shift. You have, your top sets. You have whatever people call it, different places, power jams or whatever you want to call for your 30 seconds or 30 minutes or whatever.
Okay.
But if the song is not in the system and you play it, just don't get caught. I don't do it. I'm not saying people do it. I'm just saying I don't do it. But at the end of the day, there are songs that are in there that when I saw they were in there, I was like, hey, I will get some SWV. I was playing, Do You Want to Ride? I was dropping. Don't let it be Valentine's Day, baby. I was getting New Edition and everything else on them.
Okay.
Because it was in the system. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'll be very transparent when I say I got my hand caught on it. Because, Chelle, I'm like, well, we hip-hop and R&B. I got my hand caught on that. Now, I am going to be honest about it. I did get my hand but I didn't put it in the system. It was already there.
Okay.
But in the midst of not only hearing something I like to hear, I also had good response from the people that were listening. That's one thing I can say. Is that some people say, oh, we know Chelle on the air because, Lord, we didn't heard SWV over there, or we didn't heard Escape, or you didn't heard Just Kicking It. I'm going to put Maya, I will play It's All About Me. Like that, I'm going to drop some in there. If we got some space in the show, maybe 2 to 3 songs here and there. Because songs are shorter, so that means my commercial, instead of coming on, my stop set ain't at 7:30, is at 7:20. So I got to fill them songs in. I'm like, uh-oh. Next up, and there's still songs that I can play, but I had to kind of pull back on some of that preference of what I wanted to play because I still got a boss, and you got to follow instructions. So I respect that.
So how was your prep time for shows like that in general?
Well,
because you do what, like a 3-hour, 4-hour slot?
Mine is 5.
Oh. Okay.
I'm on for 5 hours, but each stop set is each hour has 2 breaks, unless we have like a broadcast and there's a 3rd break in there. So that means each hour for the remote part would be, for the broadcast part would be 3 hours. I mean 3 stop sets in that hour, but that's not, you don't have a 5-hour broadcast. That would just be 2 or 3 hours of the show. As far as prep. You know how you can see evolution of people with music and this, that, and the third? I can go back and listen to stuff when I first got on the air and be like, oh my gosh, Chelle, what were you doing? And I can say that transparent because we all have to grow. I told you earlier, growth comes in so many different forms and fashion. Yeah. And it does even in radio, voiceovers, whatever. I think people are a celebrity of their own craft, but you have to practice that craft and get better and also be willing to take critique no matter how harsh it may come.
Why you look at me when you say no matter how?
I'm just the balance over here, the salt and the pepper. You feel me?
I'm not harsh.
You said you were harsh. You was I'm a judge. I'm gonna tell you. But me with prepping for a show, it's just if I want to do something like for a while I was doing let's talk about it, loves. Let's chat about it, loves. And I'm still gonna bring that back. Up.
And what's that, like a segment?
On my own. That was just something I was doing on my own, and I would talk about it on the air. But I would tell people to go follow me on my pages, so that we can have the actual conversation. Because I got to make sure that I don't steer the whole show to that, but I bring my personality to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I might be talking about it on that break, but now let's have that extension over here on my pages. Now make sure y'all go follow the station page first. Now I may say you got to take care of your job. You know what I'm saying? But I like to also engage. I don't call people I will say listeners if I'm talking like in a general sense, but if I'm talking about something personal, I don't know that I would ever say fans or things like that, and that's just my preference. I call my people my loves.
I love it.
My LUVZ. I like to show LOVE to my LUVZ. That's what I do. So,
I like that.
And so prepping for a show, I mean, I just go in and I do what I do. If it's something I really want to talk about, I talk about it a little bit, but I try to remember don't take forever on the break because we got commercial, we got bills to pay.
so and after you went through all that spiel, I got like 1,000 questions.
Oh Lord, Jesus,
because you just opened up Pandora's box.
All right.
So has your station implemented? And if you can't answer, it's fine.
Okay.
But has your station implemented the idea of having to do podcasts with your segments?
If they have, I have not heard that. Outside of me being on air, I am also the content and creation. I'm also the social media and content creation manager for our station and our sister station. We're hip hop and R&B. Our sister station is urban contemporary. So that's where you're gonna hear your Luther Vandross and all of that. And I try to bring different ideas to the table. I'm sure other people have meetings and they have ideas of certain things, but I haven't heard about the specific podcast, but I have heard about making sure that things are a little bit more visual in the studio so people can kind of see what really happens in the studio. And I am 100% behind that because I've kind of been like on that for a while. Like, hey man, they need to see more stuff. My people be like, I got a face for radio. And they'll talk about me on the air. Shout out to the Warner crew. They'll talk about me on the air. They was like, all right, this morning we got Chelle B in the studio. That means we're going to see our face on social media, y'all. I was like, that's okay. I'm doing my job. I'm like, look at the camera and say cheese.
Yes, yes. So, we have to talk about that off camera.
Yeah.
It's
You
some
just
other
gotta
stuff.
you just gotta keep the variety. We've been the number one station. WJMI and Kicks have been number one and number two stations even since I was little. It's been a long time coming, but I think you still need to have some spontaneity and some new things so that things won't just be complacent, especially since things are completely evolving every single day.
Yeah, I agree. This person said they're from Kalamazoo.
Mississippi?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then Bright said he's from Prentice, Mississippi.
Prentice, Mississippi, yeah.
Okay. And he said the station. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, see, I told you she's dope. She's dope. I do want to talk about the other book, but not on camera. Cause I look at how can I say it without?
And shout out to my people from Mississippi, by the way. My people from the Delta.
Was it was it cricket letter?
So shout out to David Banner. That's my boy. It's M-I, cricket letter, I, cricket letter, I, humpback, I. Maybe in a different rhythm, but that's what it is.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts on, the Breakfast Club got
Charlamagne,
that whole Netflix situation?
Yeah, they're supposed to be going over to it, right?
Yes.
All right. Mm-hmm. What are my thoughts?
Yeah. Or what do you think that means? What do you think it means?
Ask me from a different perspective about them just being on Netflix.
No, as far as the station being that involved in their business.
Content, like, if let me be honest with you, if our station could be on a whole nother level like that, that'll be freaking amazing in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you gotta have either one, people on the same page, and the wants to do it, because I feel like if you don't want to do something, eventually it's going to come out in your work. And I don't mean, I'm not talking about my individual coworkers. I'm not talking about that. I'm just speaking across the board. I think that's something, because that's a major change. You're talking about people at our station who has been on the air. They are vets. They're freaking amazing at their craft. I grew up listening to them. I have mad respect for their craft and the things that they've done in the community. You know what I'm saying? So think about that and taking that and putting them on Netflix. That might not go over too well. You know what I'm saying? I do think that it should be something that should be done, not necessarily Netflix, but the ideal of doing new things. Because I'm always around it like a energizer bunny, like, whoa, Lord, what Chelle be going to do now? I didn't create everybody caricatures all on the page, and now they talking about a hashtag, I'm this old, and da-da-da-da. But something so that you can see your personalities. I think our people want to see us a little bit more tangible to them. You can't be the number one station and people can't touch you sometimes. Yeah. That's how I feel, you know what I mean? But I do also respect you have different age groups, and there's no disrespect there, because like I said, they're amazing at their craft and what they do, but the world is changing every day.
Yes.
And you want, in order to keep that number one, that don't mean you have to conform to, lessen your status and lessen your caliber or lessen your professionalism with it. But that doesn't mean you also can't consider a happy medium. Okay, how can we still be who we are, be authentic to who we are in our brand, and also still reach our people outside of just on the air? Yeah, we're radio, but sometimes people want to see, oh my God, this is how this person look. And so I got so many people who be like, so you're Chelle B. Because when I'm in person, I tell people my name is Michelle, because I think I'm a person before a personality. So I don't always say I'm Chelle B.
Okay.
When it's time for me to say Chelle B, because honestly, a lot of times people want to know what, before they get to know you, they want to know what you can do for them. I want to get to know who you are. That's why I say to you, what am I calling you today? Because you Mike to me. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I like to respect people in their brand and what they want to do. But also, you're still a person first. So I always say I'm a person before a personality. So I be like, my name is Michelle. That's what my name is. That's where Chelle comes from. Michelle.
You have a dope spirit.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you do, because
How long y'all think I know Mike, by the way? I don't mean to cut him off.
I have only known you. We met one time.
Yes.
At the event at the Black Women in Radio.
Was that September or like August? It was last year. We haven't even known each other
Something
a year
like that.
yet. But ask me your question. I'm sorry.
No, so maybe, and I'm willing to accept that.
Okay. Oh Lord, that's the disclaimer, y'all.
But I don't see in those environments. I never give me out ever.
What you mean?
Mike, that guy. I rarely give him out.
Who? Oh, okay. Like I say, Michelle.
Yeah, it's the opposite for me. It's the opposite for me.
But probably because of the environment that you've been in too.
Yeah.
I think that does matter. And not to say that I would be completely different if I grew up in Atlanta, but because I'm still
scammers out here, these niggas.
I still am who I am, but it is it's a different market, you know what I mean?
It is.
But I gotta also respect a place that I would love to be. So I can't completely knock that. But I also that's why you gotta remain true to who you are, because Lord, these people will eat you up and spit you the freak out. You feel me?
Yes.
Just don't do yourself that way.
Exactly. So I'm just one of those people just like, no, you're gonna get that guy first. And then even with that, I'm gonna be quiet.
It kind of protects you too. So I trust me when I say I do get where you're coming from. But when you have somebody that was raised the way that I was raised, and
how were you raised?
Child, I wasn't raised nothing about entertainment. Even though I've been doing entertainment, and I ain't gonna tell you all the stuff I've been doing growing up, because then you're gonna be like, oh shit, so you do this too. I already know where you're going with that. But I've been doing stuff my entire life.
You was in magic?
Heck, what can I say on this show?
You can say whatever you want to say.
Hell no, I was not. No.
Nowhere in the, okay.
No.
Right. Gotcha.
I told you I'm not judging nobody, but I ain't on nobody's stage doing that. I was a majorette. But
not the same.
This is a different situation. So I don't want to say I'm not dancing, because I dance. I mean,
Right.
But at the end of the day, that's not what I mean. Like, I grew up doing the choirs and the drama clubs and the singing and all that kind of stuff, like pageants and sports and all of that. And I also host sports now. You know what I mean? Jackson State sports. So those things are what I mean. I've always been a busybody. But when you have people who have raised you to be nice to people and to try to find the good in people, and then you get into, and then you happen to be that person who loves the industry that don't give a damn.
They don't.
Your girl and had to get some hard. I'm like, woo, child. Yeah, you gonna hear Mississippi in a second. Woo, child. I'd be like, how in the world are you okay with that? And I'm having to be okay with people not caring. And I don't know personally that I would ever be okay with that, but the persona of me has to be okay with that. The persona of me has to be okay with these people don't care. And in my mind, I'm like, why don't you care?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's where you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. The protective version of me, right? Well, protective, and I'm a Scorpio, so I'm I'm
oh
a
my
hot
Lord,
mess.
I'm a Libra. Can't you tell?
Yeah, no, I can't. I wouldn't have gave you that.
Well, Libra is big on love. Go look. So you have to go and read everything on the Libra.
Okay.
A Libra is crazy creative.
Okay.
You didn't tell me that since the day you met me.
Yeah.
A Libra is a lover of love, and that balance thing is not completely off, because I'm like, man, it's almost like this side over here. I'm not talking about hurt myself over here, and then I got to hurt myself over here. I ain't talking about that, but honestly, if I were to sit there and I do this on this side of my hand, it will bother me if I don't come over here and do it on this side of my hand. And it's weird. It really is. It's like there is a balance there. That's very minute, but those are things that I've noticed about me. And it might not be for every Libra. Okay. But the across the board stuff about, Libras are lovers of love, and I do see some stuff where Libras are unpredictable and they crazy. I ain't that Libra.
Are you?
No, I'm not crazy. I can be crazy, but I'm not crazy. There's a difference. I can be crazy, like how you see me say stuff, and I can be crazy like that. But I mean, the energy to just do crazy stuff to people, I ain't got that kind of energy, because I'm too busy trying to focus on getting some other stuff done. You feel me?
Okay. Yeah.
I just think people are a victim of who their circumstance. They might not always remain a victim,
right?
But they are what they live, and I live being in that kind of world where, you do people right, and the world don't care,
right?
And I think they care less than they used to care.
Well,
so I've been turned on to, and I'm like, I'm gonna be a doctor, and I'm gonna be this, and I'm gonna be that. I'm like, I love the fact that y'all gonna be doctors, because that's amazing. You're gonna be a player, like a ball player, or this, that, and the third. I love that. I love, and I'm sure in all those areas, every entity to me got craziness in it, because I don't think nothing is exempt. Don't get me wrong, but honey, when I love a industry that is a complete opposite when it comes to caring about people. Yeah, when I run across people who actually do care, because y'all, I don't care what y'all say about him, he has been extremely nice to me, and he didn't. I had to get on this here in the first 5 minutes. I said, "Oh, I see what we doing. We ain't holding back on this show." It took me getting on here to see that side of him.
I owe you a coaching call too. My bad.
You owe me a what?
Coaching call.
A coaching.
I owe you your coaching. Yeah.
That part. So.
Yeah, I owe you that.
But there was no judgment there, because I get a chance to see you in your element, and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't judge that. Do your daggone thing. That's why I was like, "Oh, hold back, play your song. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say."
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, be you.
I appreciate that. A lot of the times in this space, even with this it's a version of me. It's not necessarily. I feel like the normal version of me is very chill. I'm okay with not saying nothing for the whole day. Like, I'm that type of different.
Yeah, I'm a talker. So, but I am an extrovert, but I am with introverted moments. And I will say I move in silence more than people know, even though I'm a social butterfly. So that is not across the board. But if I'm sitting there all day, it's because I have something that I'm editing and I'm creating something on watching my favorite type of movie or something like that. And then like I have all the time in order to do that. But when I do, that might have me zoned in, because I think the energy of the day takes your energy.
Yes.
So I'm like, so many people see me on, like this right here is like chill for me.
Really?
Yes, this is very chill. I'm normally on a mic. I'm doing fan engagement, hosting basketball games and volleyball games, sometimes stuff at football games, hosting stages and tailgates, turning up with alumni, babies, kids, students. So this right here is very chill.
Got you.
There's another version of Chelle B, just like there's versions of you too.
That's true. In the studio, that's the other side. That's like, but this, no, I'm cool. But I don't have any. Oh my God, I have not been looking at none of the chats. My bad.
And it's
y'all.
my fault, y'all. Hey everybody.
I've been engaging in my nice guest. Shelby, you're great. You're hilarious.
You are hilarious. Thank you for the compliment, by the way, but you are definitely hilarious. I have seen it all here.
That's what he said. That was unveiled. What was it?
What did he say?
Unveiled vibrations. Shelby, you are great, girl.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Look, it was the
Man. I love to have
I just
fun.
choose to see good in people, but I will say that it doesn't always do me just. But I can't change who I am, so it is what it is.
So something I like to secretly do.
What?
And I don't know if this is the petty in me. I don't know. I don't even know how to classify it. But I love going to events and just sit back and not say nothing and just see who comes up and say, "Hey, how you doing? I'm so and so."
Do you know how to learn to do that?
You had to learn to do
Because I'm the person that's so used to making sure this is happening, covering this. He's been doing this on the mic, doing this. I'm doing so many stuff that when I actually go to, like, let's say a Beyonce show or something where I'm not working the show, I'm sitting here answering like, man, I feel like I should be getting up doing something. I can enjoy a show standing beside the stage than I can sitting in the audience.
Really?
Even if I'm not working.
Wow.
I get very antsy sitting in an audience.
Well, I get antsy because I don't want to shoot nobody.
Well, no, I ain't gonna do that. But I'm just saying. And it's not a COVID thing. I'm sure COVID, makes send stuff in a whole nother level or whatever. It's not necessarily like that. It's just I'm so used to running around, being in my own space. So sitting in the audience, I'd be like, and if I'm over at a concert, I'm too busy looking at the screening in. Like, is it a possibility for me to sit on the end of the row? Can I buy that ticket? So if I need to move, and I don't know why I'm that way, and maybe because I've always been. I mean, I've had anywhere from 2 to 3 jobs since I was 15. You know what I mean? So
okay.
I'm so used to moving. This is chill for me. I'm just like, okay.
And for me, if that happens and it's all that going on, my social battery be like, "Nigga, you about to die."
That's how my coworker is. I be like, I ain't gonna call her name out, but my coworker be like, Chelle, I'm like, you finna go. She was like, I'm out. Because she was like, my social disconnect, or how she said, I don't want to misquote her, but something.
Social battery?
No. Social, I can't think of the way, but it is the word social is in there. But at that point, she tapped out, which means the same thing. But she was like, I be looking, I was like, she gone. She gone.
So what we'll do, and I'll invite you to something over the summer. Mm-hmm. Put this whole space, including the patio, backyard.
I'm a patio person. With good weather.
When I say lit, food on the grill, and I cook.
Cook.
I will entertain and all this stuff, right?
Nice.
Be lit. But as soon as my battery say it's done, I go right up the
All right,
stairs.
y'all gotta go.
No, they ain't. You gotta go.
But you go.
I'm gone.
They still out back, y'all. I'm out.
They be in the pool going like, y'all got it. I'm good on that. Y'all got it.
I enjoy. I do enjoy conversation, like child. But at the end of the day, I did grow up around a big family. I am not in a big family, but I am of a big family. If that makes sense. So I don't have any siblings.
Me either.
No.
How do you feel about that?
I'm not a fan.
Really?
No.
I love it.
No.
I'm glad I'm the only one.
No. Like, and I guess from how people stereotype typical only children or whatever the case may be, I'm not the typical only child. I'm extroverted with introverted moments. I mean, I think everybody had their own introverted moments. But, child, I'm a proud member of AKA, and I wanted to join a sisterhood because I wanted a sister.
Oh.
And I could have been in any organization, so that I had influential people in my world who were AKAs, so that's the reason I chose that particular sorority. Mm-hmm. But just in seeking sisterhood, I was going to join a sorority at some point, and AKA is what stole my heart. So that's the reason I want to be a part of that. I've always wanted, and let me just say this is what I tell people. Somehow or another, I managed to go into, especially when I started with Jackson State. People want me to I got to do a panel when I get back to Jackson too. Not at Jackson State, but it's with Jackson Music Indie Week. So they got that going on. And I got to speak on a women's panel. I think entertainment and stuff coming up on Wednesday, by the way.
That's dope.
But when people start asking me to speak on panels or do motivational speaking to like student leads or in the community, I used to have the attitude, not an attitude, but the attitude of, don't I want to hear what I got going on? I used to say that all the time. And I don't know that I 100% still feel that people really care that what I got going on, but I may have something to say, and hopefully somebody takes something positive away from it. You know what I mean? But when people used to ask me, I was like, I just do my work. I just work. You know what I mean? And so then it get to the point where it came into a situation like this. So this is something I will always tell them. I tell them stuff even about the industry that I've experienced and things that I've seen that happen in the industry. But then I also get personal with them because a lot of them like, my brother this, my sister, So let me tell y'all something. Sidebar. Let's scrap all this stuff we talking about with career. Now let's talk about family for a second. Those fights that y'all are having with your siblings, be thankful for them. Because at the end of I know that everybody, sometimes things don't get mended, but for the most part, they're still your brother and your sister. And at the end of the day, I would kill for a sibling. So I was like, hey, be thankful for that. Be mad today. Suck that sucker up and go. Y'all love each other more. Y'all ain't never stop loving each other, but y'all love each other more.
I appreciate that. The funny thing is, everything that you are, I'm the polar opposite.
With the exception of our names, because Michelle and Michael are the female and male version of the names.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But no siblings. Great. Thank you. That allows me to focus. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Your birthday is in November?
Yeah, November 7th.
And my birthday is in October. So we still came right after each other.
October what?
2nd.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want no siblings. I thank God I ain't got no siblings. Because that would be a mess.
You would.
That would be.
People say, well, ain't you glad you ain't have to share nothing with nobody? I'm like, well, I got a mom and dad who taught me I got to work to get what I need. That don't mean they didn't ever bless me with stuff. Don't get me wrong. My parents are my best friends. I call them my babies. They're 72 and 74. And at the end of the day, I still had to work. Like, baby, this world ain't going to give you what you want for free.
Exactly.
Didn't you hear me say I had a job, 2 to 3 jobs since I was 15? I was 15 many moons ago.
My daughters, I look at my daughters now and I see them and I can imagine what it would be like with siblings, but I don't miss it at all.
But you see how you didn't have an only child?
Yeah.
Case in point.
Yeah. But I'm just so creative.
I'm very creative too. I probably would get on my sister and brother's nerves because I'm sure.
Exactly.
But that's okay. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be there for my brother and my sister, and I would hope and pray that they would be there for me. Because at the end of the, y'all can talk. You can talk. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about each other, but y'all ain't gonna talk about them. You feel me? Like you have to be able to be there for your people. The world ain't doing it, cat dog. We need to do it with each other.
Yeah.
God, oh.
So before we wrap up, if y'all got any questions for Shelby, let me know. Put it in the chat. We will be reading all the chats. Carter Day Walker said, "Get the wrong sibling." Nah, see, I'm good on that. We
Get the wrong sibling. But you gotta realize, I told you I came from a big family, right? So my mom was the third of 12. My dad's the baby boy, and he had how many siblings in his family?
He said, "You get the wrong sibling, you wish you're the only child."
See, that's why I say I know everybody can't be many, but for the most part, it is pretty dope to have a sibling.
Man, appreciate the follow, whoever followed earlier, and
Y'all make sure y'all follow me too. By the way,
yes, please,
follow me.
Again,
If you would love to follow me, please
it's
do.
It's a bunch of dudes.
Okay. My 85% fellas and my ladies, y'all can follow me too, because that means it's 15%.
15%.
That's more. I would hope there's more than one. I don't know what the ratio is, but don't ask me to do the math.
Yo,
that ain't my calling.
I look at my analytics all the time. It is men. But
you
anyway,
know, when I do look at my analytics, it be a mixture. It depends on, it sways a little different. I have a mixture of men and women. There are certain things where I have more women, and there are certain things where I have more men, and some where it's kind of like blue and purple right in the mix. You know, I might have like 43 to whatever the difference it is, 57 or something like that. It kind of stays. It never is all men and 2% women, or all women 2% men. I don't think I've ever had that yet.
That's good.
I haven't happened yet.
You know why though, right?
Why?
I'm gonna tell you why I think.
Why?
From my social media standpoint.
Okay.
Right. I think when dudes go to pages, because I'm guilty of it too. Like, it's all of us dudes. When we go to a page, we'll see how the girl looks off the rip. Say, okay, she keep looking. And you see enough. All right, cool. Follow. Right. And then from a female standpoint, it's like, I like what she said. I like her personality. She seems cool. Then I'll follow. Us dudes, we like.
I don't know that I disagree with that. I don't think I disagree with that. You know, something that stood out to me, and I'm gonna say this as short as I can. So I had to host. Shout out to Akeisha, Willie Cologne. They are freaking amazing, and they hosted this event called. They powered the event, Farish Forward. So there's Farish Street in Jackson, a district that used to be like the Bill Streets and the Bourbons, and it was just popping back in my mom in them day. But you know how they say back in the day. Well, she was Keisha family grew up in the district, as part of the district, yada yada yada. So she had an event. This would have been August of 24.
Okay.
It was August of 24, and she had me and Lance Gross. We co-hosted the event. We had several different panels where you had Dr. What's the famous Dr. OB on TV, Dr. Jackie. You had Dr. Jackie there. You had David Banner there. You had people from the different universities there. It was so many different versions of different type of health panels and entertainment panels, and it was amazing. It was an amazing event in Jackson, Mississippi, right? Okay. So, you know, Sunday Boom came in, they performed, they did all the different stuff that they did, yada, 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 yada. Well, when it got to the end of each panel, you know, me and Lance would bounce off one another and say, you know, if you had questions for the panels or whatever. So, excuse me, I would ask, hey, is there anybody got a question for the panel? I think this is the panel that might have had, I think Jackson State might have been up there at the time. And this one lady said that she had, I got something. So I took her my mic, right? And I say this because this really touched me. Sometimes you don't stop and think how you influence people. You just work. That's what I do. I just work. Yeah. And so I would hope that I do nice stuff, but sometimes it takes moments like that to remind you, Chelle, hold on just a second. Look at what you do. You know what I mean? Right. So I said all this because you made a comment a minute ago. But what happened is I actually had a question. She said she did. She said she had something to say. So I gave her the mic and I stood back so that I wouldn't block her, bringing the mic, I wouldn't block her from the panel. And she was from Chicago. She had just recently moved. I actually have that post on my page too, by the way. I have to send you the link unless you look at it. But she had just moved from Chicago, And she said she was going through some things. Like, I pray that those things are better for her. Not just today, but even 2 years ago. That next day, the things were better for her. You know, whatever she was going through. I don't want people to go through stuff. I mean, I know we can't. I told you life deserves an EGOT. All of them. But she
that's a good one.
She said that she moved from Chicago. She was going through so much stuff, and she said, I just want to thank you. I'm sitting here listening to her and just looking at her, and you know how you look at her and look at the panel.
Yeah.
And when I realized at some point she was talking to me, and I was like, I looked and I was like, wait a minute, what? So it almost like rewind real fast in my head everything she just said, and I was like, okay, hold on. And she was like, I listen to you on the air, and the inspirational stuff that you say and just your voice, you have gotten me through. And I just want to say I appreciate you. I said, girl, you make me cry. That was like, I was like, Lance, we're going to throw it back to you, my friend.
Let me go ahead
I'm
and
throw
get
it
this
back
out
to
right
you.
quick.
And I really did. I gave her a hug, and I really, it took a lot to hold back tears. And they had me moving around doing so much that day, and I ended up doing, interviews at the end, David and all of them. I never could get back to her, but one of my former coworkers had taken the photo, and I said, you caught this, because I never could get back to this lady. I said, thank you for this, because that moment was the way she said I inspired her. I said, the fact that, first of all, thank you for sharing that with me, and I hope that things are better for you, because we all going through it.
Yeah.
No matter, don't get it twisted with whatever we do, we going through it. And so to hear that, I needed to hear that. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes on the hardest of days, like you were talking about, you going harder, I go harder and I go harder, and it seems like you get no's and no's and no's. I'm like, Lord, I'm ready for that. Yes, you feel me?
Yeah.
To hear somebody like that say to you, you moved from Chicago, and I'm just being me. That's who I am. I'm just being me. The same way I've been with you on the air in here.
Yeah.
That's how, or I'm just on the air, but we're technically on the air.
Yeah. Technically.
It's the same way I am on the air, and I'm still gonna be me and my hip hop is my whatever I'm gonna do. But the base of who I am, and me just being me, and the fact that whatever she was going through, it got better because of that circumstance, and listening to what I had to say, or just the inspiration. I just was like, I thank you for that. That was more inspiration to me than I could have been to you. I said, girl, you finna make me cry up in here. I literally threw it to Lance, like playing it off. It's a hosting thing you do, but I was for real in that moment, because I could not believe that. I was like, wow.
I think for me, I look for those moments.
Mm-hmm. That's a different type of aha moment.
Yeah. Now.
Y'all ready? 3, 2.
It is not
Ladies and
bad.
gentlemen.
No. So that's why when it comes to creative space, any creative space, I'm never really like money driven. It's cool. Everything else though.
Yeah.
I'm super money driven because
You have to be.
I am a person that always wants to bless people. Right?
Ooh.
And I talk about it on the pod before. Like, I'm always talking about that. But I teach my girls, like, I always keep like $5 or whatever on me. If we see, I don't say a bum, that sounds, but we see
Someone
somebody
who's less fortunate.
that's less fortunate, I say, here's $2, give them that, and teach them this is, how you should be doing it. And for me, and probably also because I did not have that, my whole journey, I had.
That's what I said. Some people are not always. They succumb that, and some overcome that.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, having 0 handouts made me a stone cold killer when it comes to business. Now you're gonna get this smile, you're gonna get this good energy 24/7.
We're gonna get the business popping.
When it comes to the business, it's not a joke. I will fire somebody like this.
Somebody told me that the other day. I had an interview at somewhere, and they was like, Chelle, I've been cool with you, blah, 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 but I will fire you. And they wasn't saying it being mean to me. They was just saying, because people have to understand, being cool with somebody don't mean you ain't gonna get the job done. I said, I can respect you for that.
Right. Well, for
you
me,
gotta be that way.
So that protective mechanism for me, I don't do business with friends. If we're really, really cool, I'm going to teach you how to get everything on your own and how to set up the infrastructure, and I'm going to give you all the plays, but I will not do no business with you.
So let me say this. When I say friends, as in friends as not we go and hang out kind of friends, but just people that you've met over the years, and they're in whatever they do, and you doing whatever you do, so y'all have a good relationship. I'm not saying friends like, oh, we besties and we go hang out, but just because I know you, that don't mean I'm not gonna fire you. One of them type of situations. It's not like we've been like this. There's a difference when you meet people and you have acquaintances and you have good relationships with them. That's what I mean by that. But I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because that can go left too.
Yes.
But I know this. In the midst of you talking about, you know, being a beast when it comes to certain things, because of those things play on both sides. You know what I'm saying? There are two sides to a coin in that regards.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when you look at it from that perspective, you got to also remember this. What was I going to say on that part? Like, when you look at some of the things that you've been through, for instance, like, okay, I'll give you an example. Your girls, your princesses, what you're teaching them, you know, shout out to the dads, because I think dads are important just like the moms are. So I say to them, when I go somewhere and I'm doing even takeout, people are like, well, that person just taking, I'm not giving no tip. I still get the person who do the takeout a tip, because guess what? They're still there doing a job.
Exactly.
And I'm also that person, and I'm not showing that to, you know, my daughter or my son. I don't have any children, not right now. I don't, but I just do that. Right. But I would hope that, you know, if I, you know, when I'm blessed to be a mom, that I can also show that to my, you know, my child and my children, because I think it's a good trait to have. Because think about it, you know, if you were standing right there, it's not fair because today you're the person working at the cash register that you don't get a tip because you were working at the cash register. You're still there doing a job. Yeah. And then I get to the point where I ask them, hey, are you, is all this money going to go to you?
I do that too.
I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna zero this here thing out on this machine and give you cash, because it's not fair for you to have to go share your tip with this person that had a nasty attitude, or even if they did not have a nasty attitude, but they had nothing to do with this table. But you didn't work and went and got every honey mustard I done asked for, every napkin I done asked for, and I'm always nice to you, but you didn't have put up with my shenanigans.
Yeah, I'll start.
You deserve to have all your money.
I will start the tip at 100%. And you work your way down.
And you work your way. We negotiating the tip. Yeah. All right, you just lost $5.
Yeah, and that's especially if it's a more expensive restaurant. Yeah, I'll start at 100, and then if you ain't even came to see us,
super upper.
All right, I'm done.
Super upper, just a little bit.
I'm done. Hold on, we got Reggie. I ain't even know Reggie. You need to holler at Reggie.
Hi, Reggie.
Reggie is dope. Bright said, "Can I drop? What do you mean? Can you drop for? Let me see. Can you drop for the station? What does that mean?
Do a drop for the station, probably.
Can you do a drop for a station?
Is he asking? Will I do a drop, or is he saying can he do a drop?
Can he do a drop
for the station?
What does that mean?
So like, hey, I'm your girl Chelle, and whenever I'm in Jackson, I'm rocking like a drop.
Okay.
Can you do a drop for? Yeah, literally.
Okay.
A drop. What
is the purpose of that?
First of all, it's pretty damn cool. And secondly, it's also putting your voice on a big station. There's nothing you can lose. See, what he's doing is he's looking at the net happiness.
Okay.
But there's sometimes it's beyond the net. Let me tell you something. We had a drop on anybody that's on here that used to listen to WJMI, or you can listen on back when we had a drop on there that said 5150 head first, like that went viral. We could be in the mall and people will pass by like, yo, 5150 head first, like that. Hurricane Chris gave us one of the baddest freaking drops. It's stuff people remember stuff. It ain't always the song.
Okay.
People remember that was memorable. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can do a drop.
So what do? They submit it to the station? How does it do?
Well, it just depends on what you're doing now, because I know that it can't just play in general. You got let's talk off here. But that's what he's talking about.
And look, y'all got 2 minutes, period. But we will be posting all of Shelby's social media stuff, product lines. You got products?
I will.
Okay.
TPC&E.
Okay.
Tickle Pink Communications and Entertainment. That's my LLC.
I like it.
Thank you.
Sounds dope. So we're going to post all of that.
I hate it because I got something in the car I wanted to actually show on here too, and I can't do it now. But I can do a picture and put it up later. I actually brought one of my little rally towels so you can see my business. I brought a towel.
So what we can do, is it for sale?
It will be, not that one. That was just mine that I brought so you can see it.
Okay, dope. Yeah.
I'm actually having some more made because we've got some parades and stuff coming up too. So
You got links to it? Yes.
Ooh, listen, this the business part he finna teach me about. Because what I'm doing right now is the drops. Hey, St. Patrick, have a tickle pink, why don't you? You know what I mean?
What you doing?
Well, yeah, it's called branding. You know what I mean? I do plan on having that with it. I'm not saying that there's not a link to ever have with it because I have a website. All I gotta do is unlock the sucker so you can be sitting there. I'm putting some more stuff on there.
Okay.
But I want people to see it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can't just go say, here, buy this. People
Right.
need to see what they buy and they gotta be able to trust in you and your product.
I agree. I'm going to give her some game before she has to leave. That is not going to be It's not going to be on the camera. So I see that y'all don't have any. I don't see y'all have no questions.
Because I didn't
You know, no
bored them.
questions?
We ain't didn't want. They used to
No, they're
keeping
good.
it real.
No,
I didn't hell you people.
No, I had other stuff. But I'm not going to put you in that predicament.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
Because given the industry that you're in, I got like 1,000 things to tell you
Okay.
that will benefit you as an entity versus the conglomerate.
And I can appreciate that.
You know.
Somewhere down the line, somebody just recently told me at a lunch, business lunch a couple days ago, Chelle, we watch you do what you do. You do amazing stuff for us. When are you going to take care of you? I was like,
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just asked me that. Somebody that blew my mind. I was like, you hired me to do a job. I'm doing a job. Yeah, but when you going? So you just kind of confirmed that.
We're going to talk.
I just like the people. So, hey, people.
She likes the people.
I like the people.
This will be on Patreon, I think, Monday. I think it's going to be on Patreon Monday, then it'll be on YouTube after that.
Okay.
So
I'm sure you're going to give me the rundown.
Yes.
Just whatever it is. Does it link to anything on social?
Everything.
So let's do some collaborative posts on mine so that, certain segments. Don't put on there about the poverty stuff, child, because I don't want nobody to be like, Chelle, and call somebody poverty.
She don't believe in poverty. I don't believe in it either. Simple.
Oh, my God.
Simple. I don't want nobody to be in poverty, do you?
No, I don't. I like how you flipped that. That's not what I meant. You splicing this up. So make sure the one you splice is the one where you ain't talking about this is trash. I'm like, wait a minute.
No,
No.
Ricky Bobby. Shake it, bake. All right. Hopefully y'all enjoyed today's show. I enjoyed it. This is dope. I got the fire there for no reason.
I have enjoyed talking to you. It's sometimes good to get a different perspective, no matter how up, down, crazy, middle, low, high, whatever it is, because your opinion is your opinion. So let's talk about it.
Oh, and for my audio listeners, please say your social media, like where they can follow you and all that good stuff.
You can follow me on Instagram at ChelleBMW. That is CHELLE BMW, like the car I do not have, but we can speak that thing into existence. But that's actually my initials backwards. CHELLE BMW on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook for my book lovers, simply at Chelle B. Now, if it doesn't come up, you can put at ItChelleBDone. That is ITCHELLE, the letter B, no E, DONE. ItChelleBDone.
Hey, I love it.
Oh, by the way, really quickly,
what is it?
just because things are to come, make sure you follow Being Pink on Instagram. Being P_I. No, Being Pink. Being P_I_N_K. And that is being passionate is never compromising with a K. Whatever your journey is yours. So don't compromise.
That girl got
So follow my Being
bars.
Pink. But you can see that link somewhere on my page too. So
That girl got bars. She got bars. And what we're going to do, like I said, everything's going to be attached to the link in the description. So y'all will have it. Everybody on Patreon, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. I told you I had a special. This is special. It felt special to me.
I enjoyed it.
So
I can't read all the comments because I'm so far away.
yeah,
but
me either.
Hey,
My
everybody.
Stigmatism.
Not the stigmatism.
All right, and
But this
Reggie,
is dope. Keep doing what you do, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Reggie's laughing. No more poverty music. Exactly. Somebody, Carter Day Walker said that song belonged to Senior Candy. Told you.
See? There it is. But that's okay. You keeping it real. School us, school me. I'm fine with it.
Some people just love slavery.
Oh my God.
All right, we out of here,
Oh
y'all.
my God.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.